I would get the employee shirt and the pants. Oh, this next one. This type of story, I love this type of story. I'd learn about something I didn't know about. Have you ever tried a Toblerone chocolate?
No, I think it has nuts in there, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't think it has nuts. It has like a type of nougat. Is that nut-based?
Nougat?
Like, I don't know if it's even a nougat. It's like a kind of a chewy... Does it have nuts? Maybe it has nuts.
Okay.
Maybe I'm an idiot.
Well, I've always had it like around, but I've never eaten it. I could be completely
Then it must
wrong.
have nuts in it. Now I need to get to the bottom of that.
But if it doesn't have nuts, I'm buying it.
Hang on a second here. We need
I'll try it on the show.
Milk chocolate, sugar, milk, cocoa butter, unsweetened chocolate. Oh, you're right. Nougat has nuts in it. Nougat is honey, almonds, dried egg white, and citric acid. That's what nougat is, apparently, in this case.
Okay.
So you will experience the Toblerone. But anyway, it's a Swiss. It has the Swiss mountain called Matterhorn on it, on the packaging. It's the coolest packaging. Toblerone packaging is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so iconic. It kind of reminds you of like an egg crate, but it's also more pyramid-like, the way you break the pieces off.
Uh-huh.
And the pieces are a generous size. Like it's a hunk of chocolate you end up with.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about this. The T and then the fact that it's a triangular and then the word Toblerone. I don't know what to tell you. It's just a whole feeling.
Okay.
Also, the holiday season, for some reason, these things are circulating. The package says Toblerone of Switzerland is what it says on it, underneath the word Toblerone. However, the company that makes Toblerone, Mondelez International, is now changing the packaging to depict a more generic mountain, not the Swiss mountain Matterhorn, which it is. I don't know if you look at that. Do you know that that's Matterhorn when you look at that package?
Of course.
A Swiss person would know that.
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
You or me around the world might not know, but a Swiss person would know. And in this image, it's kind of cool. I wonder if people actually hold it up and they're like, yeah, look, it fits right in perfectly. All right, you would have to be the exact right distance and enjoying your Toblerone to experience that. But anyway, there's some sort of Swiss law about Swissness. And since Mondelez is actually moving some of the manufacturing over to Bratislava over in Czech, Mondelez disclosed in 2022 it planned to move some Toblerone production to the Slovakian capital. Sorry, not Czech, in Slovakia. My bad. Of Bratislava, the company is changing the packaging design to depict a more generic mountain rather than the famous Matterhorn. The packaging redesign introduces a modernized, streamlined mountain logo that aligns with geometric and triangular aesthetic. So they're saying, it's actually just an improvement. Don't ask too many questions. It's fine. But then they're also changing the language underneath. Instead of Switzerland, it will say established in Switzerland. And guess why? Because Switzerland has a Swissness Act. The amount of Swissness. It was passed in 2017, and it states that national symbols and Swiss crosses are not permitted on packaging of products that do not meet Swissness criteria. That's not Swiss enough.
Wow.
Food items using Swiss national symbols or claiming to be Swiss made must have at least 80% of the product's raw materials come from Switzerland, and 100% of the milk for the dairy products got to be Swiss for you to show anything Swiss on your packaging, including a Swiss mountain, the Swiss flag, Swiss anything. There are brands that have done this with the Swiss watches, Swiss army knives, Swiss chocolate. And now you're understanding why. Because it's hard to be Swiss. It's hard to have the Swiss product. Got to be Swiss enough. You got to meet the Swissness Act.
Wow.
And the Toblerone no longer will. And we're going to have to now deal with our modified packaging without having the Swiss mountain on it.
That's a travesty.
It might be. You know what? It might be. I'm sure they're going to do a fine job with the redesign.
It's going to be slightly off.
I'm sure most people won't even know what the hell's going on. But now anybody in here knows what's going on when you reach for this Toblerone. Take a look at the mountain in the upcoming product and realize it's no longer of Switzerland, but instead it was not of Switzerland, but from Switzerland.
Right.
Established in Switzerland, whatever language they're going to use with their new modern mountain that could be any mountain.
Brutal.